And here we are back with ForeverFootballShow.com. We are here at Georgian Dragon. We are watching, Manchester City and Newcastle. So if you hear noise, if you hear the crowd celebrating, it's because they're watching. For them, they don't know the results, so they might be celebrating and while they watch the game. Here with us, we're going to be a little bit concentrating there and talking to you, but we're going to get started with the Sounders. And before we jump into the MLS and the preview of the final against Columbus Crew, why don't we do a little bit of a recap of the week in the Champions League, knowing that now we are out. We've been talking a lot about the
goal. It's a goal only.
Newcastle just tied.
Newcastle tie.
Anyway, so we were talking about let's talk about the Champions League. We said that it was the Sounders were probably going to be prioritizing the MLS anyways, and even though we accomplished the result that we needed, we're out of the Champions League. Filippo, what do you think? What's the balance?
I think the balance is very good, and Thiago said since the beginning that the best thing for Seattle was to be out of the Champions League, and I guess they're playing very well in the MLS. So I think it's positive, even though they're out, but it's positive for them.
I think so too. We got rid of a distraction. Now we are 100% focused on the game on Tuesday. After that, we are 100% focused on the playoff, which is very close and arm reach for us. Thiago,
like I said a month ago, and it's still the same. I'm not going to change what I said. I mean, we are not able to compete at the CONCACAF Championship. Let's concentrate in MLS, and the Open Cup might just come as a bonus, and it's completely what happened at this point. We couldn't qualify CONCACAF because the level of the players, the level of the play, it's above what we are right now. We're doing okay at MLS, and the Open Cup, it's in our hands right here. So we predicted, and it's what's happening right now.
One thing that I'll comment there is that I think that with our main team, we are at the level of playing the CONCACAF. What we don't have is depth in the roster to play both at the same time. I would say that our main team could do well in the CONCACAF.
Yeah, but you cannot play your full team all the games, because it's a lot of games to play.
No, if there was one thing about the CONCACAF to enjoy, was actually in this process of putting the reserve players or the bench players to play, we ended up discovering Fuchito. Fuchito scored 1 goal against Monterrey and now 2 goals against Marathon. Carlos, you were at the game. What do you think about Fuchito and his scoring streak?
In that game, he was practically the only good player. Sorry about the Sounders supporters. Wednesday game was one of the worst games I ever seen in my life, and it was completely easy to Fuchito to score the goals. And he showed that he's a very good player, and he's completely able to play with the main Sounders team.
The quality of the game was really
you
poor.
think if Ronaldo was there, he would score how many goals?
Ronaldo is a very good player, even looking like a ball in any team. Ronaldo's would play like 5 goals playing in our wheelchair.
I like Fuchito, but in general, the quality of the game was poor. Marathon was also a very weak team.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, when we put the second string there, it's not at the same quality that the first string is, and it drops us so much. And even the teams that we're playing, I mean, the Marathon and Saprissa, they're not at that level. I mean, we've seen in Monterrey and those teams, yes, but those other teams from Central America, they're not at that level.
So let's close on the CONCACAF, and just for the record here, the table of qualification is like this. In Group A, Cruz Azul and Real Salt Lake looking very strong to qualify. Real Salt Lake playing at an equal level as Cruz Azul. They tied a game 4-4.
Yeah, I was actually talking to my friend that plays in there. I said, what's going on with this team? You guys are looking like Barcelona right now. You guys are going top of
the league in MLS and almost qualified in a CONCACAF.
Yeah, he told me. He said, "Hey, Thiago, I don't know what's going on. Are we winning?"
That's great. Group B in the CONCACAF, Santos from Mexico is practically qualified. The second spot is between Municipal and Columbus. Group C, Monterrey is in. Saprissa and Marathon will play against each other. Marathon is actually going to have to cheer for the Sounders to steal points from Saprissa, otherwise Saprissa is in. And then finally in Group D, that group is still very much open with Olympia, Puerto Rico Islanders, and Toluca. Puerto Rico Islanders, the team that eliminated LA Galaxy in the pre-qualifying rounds, beating them 4-1 in LA. That was absolutely a surprise. And that's the CONCACAF. Now let's jump. Let's go for a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the Sounders in MLS and the U.S. Open Cup. Stay with us. We'll be back in less than 30 seconds with ForeverFootballShow.com.